Tom and Danny from Real Nice Gamers here, and welcome to our Smash Brothers World of Light discussion.
How's it going?
Danny, why don't you lead us into what led up to this discussion?
Okay, so last night I was getting ready to play the World of Light in Smash Brothers Ultimate, and Tom, you were busy doing something.
Yeah, I had some adult responsibilities to take care of, so I had to go tend to those. And while I was working on that, I hear Danny in the other room go, "All right, let's start World of Light." Talking to my roommate, and I'm just...
He said, "Don't do it! Don't do it!
No,
Wait for me!"
Are you crazy? Because I'm excited. I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to hop in, and he decides to wait. I finish what I'm doing, and then we get started, right? So
yeah, so we get everybody together, turn the lights down, lit some candles.
I think we lit some. There was definitely some essence.
Yeah, there was some essence.
some
there was
sound.
excitement in the room.
There was a
lot of excitement.
A little bit of rubbing oil may have been involved.
So yeah, we all got together. We started up the game. We started playing it. We watched the opening sequence, and of course, the opening cinematic is amazing.
It's fantastic.
We watch everybody get wiped away.
Yeah,
Kirby's the only one that survives. He's looking across this barren landscape, and we're ready to start this adventure.
I mean, right from the beginning, as soon as you're even in the menu, you go to start the adventure mode, you click on it, and then the whole screen goes black, and then it fades in. Smash Brothers Ultimate World of Light. Press A to start.
It's its own.
Yeah, you've crossed over. You're not playing Smash Ultimate anymore. You're playing World of Light now. Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of why, one of the reasons why we wanted to have this discussion was just kind of talking about how great that went.
Yeah. Well, you had the biggest reaction to that, I think. So,
yeah.
Do you want to go through your feelings as the start of World of Light went on?
Yeah. So I've been a fan of the series for a real long time, and kind of saw the progression of board the platforms in N64, and then on Melee you had adventure mode, and it was kind of cool. It's I could jump on a Goomba and I could kick a Koopa Trooper at him. This is so cool. In Smash, fantastic. And then you go into the Subspace Emissary and Brawl, and I thought, well, this is immaculate. I may be actually representing a small minority of gamers, because we were doing some research for the video earlier, and apparently people didn't like the Subspace Emissary. Apparently it was poorly received. I mean, I don't know. Did you play that at all?
I mean, I think that comes down to expectations as well. I think a lot of people expected it to be this real quick thing. I jumped in thinking, this will be an hour or two and I'll unlock all the characters, and then it just kept. To me, it felt like it dragged.
Yeah.
Just because of the.
I could see that.
But at the same time, looking, once I realized what I was in for, it was man, this is a really well-crafted experience. This is fun. I get to play every character. I get to see these cool cutscenes.
Yeah.
And there's this, somewhat coherent story that links everything together.
I mean, it's just barely on this side of coherent, but I mean, the reality is, you're not going to tell War and Peace here. You're not going to tell the next great epic.
I mean, the biggest thing is that I wasn't just playing Smash match after Smash match.
Yeah.
We do that with our friends. It was
nice.
We're going through
a little bit.
Yeah, it's we're going through a regular side-scrolling level with the Smash characters.
And a lot of levels ended with these really cool unique boss encounters, and that even opened up you could do boss rushes and stuff like that. There were these ideas that would come out of that as a natural progression. So Smash for Wii U came out, and we didn't get anything like that.
No.
We got what is it? Smash Tour.
I didn't even realize that was an option until he showed it to me. It was so buried in that horrible UI.
Yeah. Oh man, I mean, even the UI is still terrible.
That's a discussion for another time.
That's another day. But I mean, Smash Tour. Okay. I mean, it was kind of not great, but it's what it was. I guess you could have had fun at a party, maybe, if you had a bunch of friends who were super into Smash and wanted to play a board game. I don't know. I don't know who that was for, honestly.
But then, World of Light.
World of Light. So the whole time we're building up to the Smash Brothers Ultimate release, I'm super excited just because it's a new Smash Brothers, and I can play Snake again. I can have Snake versus Cloud. That's all I really wanted. That was it.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if they had released Snake as DLC for Smash 4, I wouldn't have even wanted a new Smash game. That was it. So honestly, Smash Ultimate as a package for $60, 10 out of 10. Let's get that out of the way.
Yeah, definitely.
It's fantastic. I love it.
Yeah.
World of Light. Let's say World of Light was a product on its own. Maybe not as much of a 10 out of 10.
No.
And the problem is expectations versus reality.
Yep.
You see these Nintendo Directs where they kind of build up into this whole idea that Smash World of Light is this amazing and kind of engaging and deep idea, and it just doesn't really come out that way.
Yeah, well, I mean, your thoughts, of course, first go to the Subspace Emissary, and you start thinking, like, you see this big epic intro.
Oh, it's
like,
awesome.
oh, I'm going to start with Kirby, and I'm going to unlock
voice acted,
players, and and stuff. You assume it's going to be like the way it was before. And then so I had actually looked at some of the interviews and stuff, so I wasn't as put off because I kind of knew what to expect because I saw things that said this is not the Subspace Emissary. This is its own thing.
Yep.
But
and the thing is, what it is it's actually like the natural evolution of event mode. I mean, there's always been like event matches. I don't remember exactly which Smash they were introduced in, but event matches have been a part of Smash for a long time. And they've always been really cool because typically there's like this really well-crafted idea that goes into making them. Mm-hmm. It's either something that's really fun or something that's really engaging or something that's actually based on like lore from another game, right? Like, let's recreate this character in this game by using the tools available within the sandbox to give you the feel of some other character. So, that's what this is. So that's all that this is.
It's that with like a pretty map and a nice intro.
It's the and I don't know, like,
and 30 hours.
So I'm looking at our little bullet list here of the things that we want to talk about, right? So I kind of want to just jump down to, Danny wrote this, he writes, would have been better with fewer encounters, opponents way too obscure.
Yeah.
So
there are definitely some really cool moments. I guess spoilers just in case.
Yeah.
So I mean, we ran into Dr. Light, and they used what was the character they used?
Dr. Mario.
Yeah, it was Dr. Mario, and then Mega Man. Mm-hmm. And basically, Dr. Mario sat back and sent Mega Man to attack you while it played cool Mega Man music.
And Mega Man was like possessed, and like nothing you did would stop him. Like he was just
like
his
hell bent
bodyguard.
on taking you down. And I'm a big Mega Man fan, so seeing that, I'm like, oh, that was a lot of fun. That was like a cool way to just using the tools that they had available to them.
And how many hours did you have to play to get to that cool encounter?
That was probably... I'm sure it depends on which branch you take, but for me it was like 6 hours,
7 hours.
Something like that. So it was not early on. And there's so many characters that, I would get to. We were laughing at the names of some of these characters. It's like, do you know who this is? Does anyone know who this is?
Literally one of the characters, her name was just Girl from Game.
Yeah.
Like, that was her name. Like,
was that a game? Like, was it a movie?
I don't know.
I guess it must have been a game.
I guess part of this is because of the fact that this is a Japanese game, and so they are celebrating Japanese gaming, and that's great. But Smash Brothers really transcends that part of the market. So when you go into these like really deep cut characters from maybe games that never even came out in the West, it's just why.
Yeah,
this thing is 30 hours long for some people, is what we're hearing.
Yeah,
we're only about 10 hours in.
Yeah. I can understand because some of the stuff, it's like, there was a Pikmin one, and I'd never played Pikmin, but it's,
Well, you know what it is.
I know what it is, and there might be some things that, I never played this game as a kid or whatever, and that's fine. But when they have so many, I don't know if we know how many number of nodes there are to fight,
and
but
it's like even within like Pikmin, like the cuts get too deep. It's like one of them was like Gold Beetle from Pikmin.
I kind of like that one.
It was kind of fun.
It was fun.
No, you're thinking of the Pokemon.
Oh no! Oh, you missed the one. There's one where it was I don't even remember what it was. I don't know what it was called because I didn't play Pikmin. But it's a bug that apparently picks people up and takes them away. And so you would have an item, the spaceship that carries people away.
The Scarab Beetle. The Scarab Beetle grabs them.
Yep.
Yeah, and then it just flies them off the screen.
So the whole thing was you had to grab that and throw it at guys.
Yeah.
But see, these are tiny specks of fun in a lot of time.
About 10 hours.
Yeah. And about 10 hours, I can probably name 4 memorable fights.
Yeah. You played more than I did.
Okay.
So what do you think about the Spirit system as far as a gameplay mechanic?
It's I not good.
No, tell me how do you really feel about it? Like,
yeah, it just feels tacked on. Like, it feels like a way of so the way that it works is every node that's not like an actual character unlock, you unlock there's a spirit, and there's main spirits and support spirits, and then you equip one, and that's how much damage you do and how much defense you have. and then you have to level it up by giving it food. But it's just like
it's kind of like all this like extra management. That's
yeah,
like
it's this
super
extra management that doesn't work. But the biggest thing is that like so talking about obscure characters. Is there's no information on where these characters come from. Now, granted,
we could be wrong about this.
It could be buried. We looked,
but we spent
hard.
what about at least a half an hour. We spent at least half an hour looking through all of the menus in the game, just trying to find okay, where's my collection of these spirits? How do I get to something akin to what we even had back in Melee?
Yeah,
where when you looked at a trophy, you would get a whole. This launched on the Super Nintendo in 1989, and it was from this game. And this is this character, and this is the story of the character, and this is why they're interesting, and this is why you just got a trophy.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem to exist here. What was the point of putting like 2,000 pictures in the game?
Yeah, if you've got so many deep cuts, at least tell me where it's
like,
from.
I could maybe care about it. Like every time I got a new spirit, maybe I would actually read what it is.
Girl from Hokajori having a mama. If you told me what that was from, I might. That does tell you where it's from.
Well, yeah, from Hokachori, that one actually tells you.
They got me on a loophole. No, but yeah, if just random character that might look cool, and I say that, let me see what that's from.
Yep.
And I guess we have the internet nowadays.
Yeah, well, maybe that's what it is. They're just like, hey, we could just go Google it, but I don't really care to Google it. Like,
yeah, I don't care enough to.
Listen, why didn't you just put like 1/3 of the number of characters in, like, so you can actually see just how densely populated this board is with nodes where you have to stop and do a fight that will earn you a new spirit. And to me, it reminds me of artificial difficulty, like the concept of just turning knobs to make games harder or last longer. It's bad. That's bad game design, and I hate to say anything's bad about Smash Ultimate. I'm just saying
We're only talking about World of Light. World of Light over here
has some real problems.
Yeah.
And why is it 30 hours? Because it's really not that enjoyable. So why are there 4 dots right here when there should have just maybe been 1?
Yeah.
Between this major thing and that major thing. Maybe instead of just like horse manure shoveling encounters, why don't you just make some good ones and get rid of all of the ones that maybe aren't so good? And that's really what it is.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I felt as soon as I started getting into it. So we started playing with each of our switches. We unlocked all the characters on Tom's Switch through Versus mode,
and we unlocked all the characters on Danny's Switch through Versus mode.
Yeah, well, so what I was originally going to do is don't worry about unlocking mine. I'm going to play through the story quest, and I'm going to play through World of Light, and I'll unlock all the characters. But I'm so glad that we did not do it that way. That we actually spent the time to unlock it in Versus mode because, I want to play as Cloud. Even Simon, Richter, one of those. I like those guys, and I 10 hours in, I still haven't gotten to them. I can't play with them.
Yeah.
And that brings up another point is, you unlock characters along the way in World of Light, and I have not gotten a character that I'm good with yet. It hasn't been a big problem. I haven't had too many difficulty spikes, but I haven't gotten characters that I like playing with.
Not all of us have played every Smash up to this point. Danny only got into Smash maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah, Smash 4 was the only one that I really played.
So you started playing Smash 4 and you were Cloud main right off the bat because you love Cloud.
Oh, yeah.
And
but yeah, there are a good number.
Don't spend a lot of time playing all the other characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so it's just I played Mario for a while. I've been playing with Marth, and that's okay. But if I was playing through all this with Cloud, or if they told me, which I guess you could look up in a guide, but if there was some way of saying you want to get to Cloud, go this way, instead of saying here are 3 characters, they'll lead you to other characters, but you have no idea how to get to them.
Yeah, it's not super exciting. I don't know. So I've been watching you play. I am gonna play through it. Like mostly, it's been a matter of we've got the multiple switches here, and we're all unlocking characters. We're all playing through World of Light. But really, as far as World of Light goes, it's really just been Danny on his, and we're watching and kind of learning and understanding and getting ready to do this video and get some perspective on it. But I know I'm gonna play through it, but I really think I'm kind of dreading it. It just seems like it's gonna take way too long.
Yeah.
I keep hearing the same thing, that the last couple hours are actually really great. There's a big payoff at the end for all the investment, but Smash Brothers is fundamentally one of the best video games I've ever played. So the fact that you somehow turn that into something that isn't fun is it's an amazing failure.
Yeah, and And there's so many memorable encounters, or there are a couple of memorable encounters. There's stuff that have done well, and stuff that are not fun. Like there's one with extra wind where guys are pelting you with stuff. There's one where it's
well, that one you just have to put the spirit on that's like immune to wind.
Yeah. But there have been other ones where, like, there's one right now where I'm stuck on where it flips your controls, and it's also a level that switches between having a drop and not having a drop. It's the WarioWare level, and then it makes you go left, right, left. Yeah. And I did that like.
There's not a spirit that makes you immune to like.
There might be, but I don't have one now. So,
so you just got to go a different way, I guess.
Yeah, I eventually said I'll have to come back.
That's probably the way that it's meant to be done, but it's kind of like, like for a guy like me, so I've been playing Smash Brothers since 64, and so I have this weird pride about winning, and so when he was stuck on this Link battle that we clearly just didn't have the right spirits equipped for, and we didn't really understand the system yet, I just got like super angry and offensive and like took the controller and said, I'm going to beat this guy. And I beat him even though like my attacks were probably doing about like 20% of normal damage and his were doing like double. But it took try after try after try after try, and I was like just heated.
Yeah, it was like fighting a level 50 amiibo.
It was like fighting an amiibo. It was like it was like fighting a fully leveled amiibo with equipment in Smash 4. It was definitely a super unfair fight. But I was like, I gotta beat it because I didn't know that all we had to do was just level up a spirit and then
we literally went in and fed the spirit, right?
Feed the spirit.
We fed the spirit, and then we leveled up, and then it was like, we can do damage. This is easy.
But anyway, I think that all that is forgivable. What's not forgivable is just the fact that the thing, it lasts way too long, lingers forever, has all these characters that are like super uninteresting because I have no idea who they are. They don't look interesting. I'm not gonna go Google them. That's crazy if that was actually what they thought we were gonna do. And the fact that we don't have a really quick and easy way to see who they are, even if it is in the game, even if it's there and we just couldn't find it, we looked through those menus.
Yeah, it's very obscure
for a long time. So if it's there, it's hard to find.
Yeah. So I would say, if we had this, and it's just the lack of story too. Like you get the story at the beginning. Maybe at some point we start getting.
Maybe there is some story, but I mean,
but I've unlocked a number of characters, and it's like there's no reason why this character happens to be where he is.
It's just a spot on the map, and
you get these nodes, you pick up these spirits, you pick up one. Oh, there's a character unlocked now. You can play as him. There's no fanfare. There's no nothing. It's
just you get him, and it's so and so is joining the battle. I mean, it was actually a lot. What I had more fun doing was literally just. Unlocking the characters quickly.
And versus.
Yeah, it was super fun because it was like the way we did it, even though our guide is like talking about trying to do it fast, like we actually kind of had fun with it. So whenever we knew we needed more attacks or distance traveled or whatever the other metric is that just says you haven't played the game enough yet, so you're not going to get more characters. Whenever we hit that wall, we would all go, okay, let's make a super fun game mode and just like play the crap out of it for a little bit. And once we get a new challenger, then we'll go back to just looping and unlocking more characters.
Yep.
And that was so much fun. That was awesome.
That was more fun than World of Light. And that's
by the way, guys,
saying something.
5 stocks, okay? 5 stocks, no time limit. Final smash meter on. Super fun.
Oh yeah.
Super fun. Regular levels, stage hazards off.
Stage hazards off. Yep.
So you get nice textured levels that have, you're not just dealing with Battlefield Omegas. You know what?
That's a great way to make it a party game and still have it feel like, competitive. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes it more fun. Like,
we had 3 of us playing. And
super cool.
We had a lot of fun doing that.
Incineroar for life. Incineroar for life.
That guy's an asshole.
That guy's such a good asshole, though.
Yeah, he is, though.
He's a cat, though.
Yeah,
cats are assholes. I mean, that's just what it is.
I don't want to like him because he could have been anybody else.
But he's so good. He's so much fun.
Good.
He's such a doofy, weird inclusion on the roster. It's like everybody's waiting for like the last guy to get shown or whatever, and you get Petey Piranha Plant. It's like I don't know where these guys are thinking, but you know what? If
Piranha
they make
Plant's he's gonna be S tier.
I mean, if they keep making them as fun as they are, then I don't care.
I think we're getting a little off topic.
It's Smash Brothers. I mean,
we could talk about this for hours.
We're gonna love Smash Brothers Ultimate regardless. Smash Brothers Ultimate's like, just Smash Brothers in general is like so near and dear.
Oh yeah.
There are some minor mechanical tweaks that I think I just need some time to get used to really fully appreciate. But overall, I really like the game. I think it is probably an improvement over Smash 4. I just have hundreds of hours in Smash 4, so making the change is a little jarring, but. It's kind of funny too, because like if you hadn't played a lot of Smash 4, you wouldn't really even notice the change. It looks like the same game.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah, it still feels very similar.
To me, it feels so different.
As soon as I got Cloud, I started noticing things. The sword doesn't quite go as far.
Yeah.
And this thing's a little bit different.
But anyway, I think we could just if we get into Smash Ultimate itself, we'll be here all night.
Yeah.
But really, we just want to make this video so that folks, anybody watching would know that, World of Light is a fun thing, but it's not. It's
basically
super good, and it's not a follow-up to the Subspace Emissary. It is not the evolution of Adventure Mode. It's the evolution of event battles.
It's just, it's something to do when you're by yourself.
Yep. There's no story. There's no nothing. I mean, it could happen later. We haven't finished it. These are more first impressions than anything else, but these are first impressions after 10 hours. And there are plenty of 10 out of 10 games that only last 10 hours.
Yeah.
So, 10 hours of a slog.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would have much preferred if it was,
Should be done by now.
Yeah,
should be over.
If it was 10 hours long, maybe 100 fights. You start ramping up to whatever the cool stuff at the end is, hopefully.
Yeah.
But, if it was all meaningful fights instead of just kind of a bunch of filler. And, like, some of the stuff I was even just sitting there saying, did anybody play test this? Like, it just felt like someone had an idea.
And they just did
let's throw 8 Luigis out there, and we'll throw some wind, and then the stage will rock back and forth a couple times. Cool, ship it. Go.
That's good. Nintendo seal of approval.
Yep.
So, anyway, before we finish up here, any other thoughts, comments about World of Light as an experience? I mean, let's just end on that. What are your, in a nutshell, final thoughts, World of Light?
So, final thoughts on World of Light is I think there is fun to be had. I'm definitely going to play it. So there's that. There are a lot of games that I start and don't finish. So I think I will finish it. But it could have been so much more. And even then, it just could have been more than it is.
Yep.
That's really how I feel. It's like it could have been the way it is now. It could have been made better, or it could have been made completely differently and done exceptionally well.
Yep. Yeah, and I guess just to add to that, my thoughts are I think it's a great idea what they did. I think that they marketed it wrong. I think that they should have never made that crazy cool video with the music swelling and sounding super exciting, because it really led people. I mean, it led me to believe that this was going to be like a spiritual successor to the Subspace Emissary, which is what I wanted, and it's clearly what we did not get. Has nothing to do with adventure mode, has everything to do, it's just event battles. Event battle, event battle, event battle. They're not super great. A lot of them are pretty crap, so it would have been better if it was shorter. I'm not really super looking forward to playing it, but I'm going to, because it's Smash.
At least there's that.
Yep.
Nintendo's got us again.
All right, guys.
All right.
Well, Smash Ultimate is everything I wanted. World of Light, maybe not so much.
Them's the breaks.
Them's the breaks.
I would much rather they got right what they got right. They got the good part
game
right.
Yeah.
So at least there's that. So, anyways, that has been our thoughts on World of Light. As we have said many times, Smash Bros. Ultimate is great. World of Light, not so much. Check us out at Real Nice Gamers, and you guys stay classy.
We'll see you in the next one.
Adios. Now we have us both singing.